Hello. Welcome everyone to this webinar on Trust Code. If you can see me and hear me clearly, then type which city are you from? If you can see me and hear me clearly, then type which city are you from? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Vinod, for confirming that you can see me. You are from Sambhaji Nagar. Thank you. Thank you. So now we will start. So my name is Ajay Singhal, and I'm working from my home office at Bangalore. And let me now quickly bring up my. Yeah, yes. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now. So today in this workshop, which is called Trust Code, I'm going to be sharing with you some secrets which can help you grow in your career and take care of a lot of challenges which you are facing. And those three secrets are actually TDP. It is trust, decision making, and presence or visibility. So these are the three secrets I'm going to be sharing with you as we move forward, and I'll be giving with you to you more details about these as we move forward in our journey today in this webinar. Now, this webinar is going to be a power packed 90 minutes session. In these 90 minutes, I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of concepts which you can apply in your career. So in order to take the full benefit of this, then move away from all kinds of distractions, especially your mobile phone. Switch off your mobile phone or put it in the silent mode, because this is your time for transformation. This is something which this webinar is going to, if you take up these learnings from this webinar and apply it in your career, it is going to really transform your career. And in order to ensure that the learning is maximized, I will keep on asking you to respond in the chat, to interact in the chat with me, and that will increase the amount of learning that you have, and it will also keep me motivated to share with you more and more as we move forward. So now my first question to you is, do you want to grow your career without making any compromises? Do you want to grow your career without making any compromises? If answer is yes, then type me in the chat box. Type me in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. I just missed because they're just scrolling so fast. MKS, Vinod, and others. It's just scrolling, so I can't read all the names. But thank you for confirming that you don't want to do that. You want to grow your career without making any compromises. And the reason I asked this is because if you don't want to make any compromises in your career, then stay back. This webinar is not for those who are willing to cut some shady deals, who are willing to cut corners. No, this will not work for you. So good that you are resonating with this, because only if this is the case, then your this webinar will work for you. Otherwise, you can look for some other webinar where you can take the learnings. Now, what I'm going to be sharing with you in the webinar as we move forward are this. The first one is all about why traditional hard work is no longer enough. Why traditional hard work is no longer enough. Now, for years we have been brought up with this concept that you work hard and the work will speak for itself. Now that formula has long expired. That formula is long gone. And today we are going to learn how to get over this. If that formula was correct, then why was Yudhishthir crowned the king in the presence of Bhima and Arjuna, who were far greater administrators and far greater warriors than Yudhishthir? Was it just because Yudhishthir was the eldest? No. Answer is no. There was something more which Yudhishthir had, which made him above the rest of his brothers. And we will learn that as we move forward. So that's the first topic that I'm going to be covering today in this webinar. The second topic that I'm going to be covering is I'll share with you the 3 secrets of how to build your influence without playing any politics. Now, please understand this, that all of us, in fact, many of us feel uncomfortable moment the word politics comes. We don't like it. We don't want to get involved in it because we have seen it abused, we have seen it twisted, we have seen it used for ulterior motives. However, there is a way to build influence without playing politics. If that was not the case, how is it that Krishna was so influential? How is it that Minister Vidura in the Kuru court was so influential? They built that influence without playing any politics. And we will learn those as part of these secrets that I'm going to be sharing with you today, which is going to really, really transform your career. And the third thing that I'm going to be sharing with you is this new model of trust-based leadership. See, today's model and what we have seen so far is about power, one-upmanship, being loud, politics, and all that. That is what we have seen. Now, this model creates a lot of challenges. So the new model, which is based on trust, we will learn from Lord Ram how he built the trust and thereby and use the same model to rise in our career. I will take around 90 minutes to complete this entire webinar. And since you are all working professionals, busy professionals, it is quite likely that you may have some meetings, maybe half an hour from now, 45 minutes from now. In that case, my request is drop off now and join on some other day when you have full 90 minutes available with you. And the reason I'm saying that is because there are so many things which I want to share with you. I don't want you to walk out with half-baked knowledge. And I want to ensure that you learn everything so that you are ready to apply that tomorrow. When you enter the workplace, you are able to apply all these concepts which I'm going to be sharing with you in your workplace starting from tomorrow, right? So that is my request to you. Stay for 90 minutes or drop off now. Join on some other day when you have full time available for you. Now, do I have 100% commitment from you that one is you will apply whatever you will learn today and you will stay for the 90 minutes? If answer is yes, then type 100 in the chat box that you are committed to apply the learnings in your workplace and stay for 90 minutes. Type 100 in the chat box. Thank you, Mani. Thank you, Vinod, for confirming that you are 100% committed. Thank you, MKS, for confirming this. So now, before I move forward, let me share with you a bit about myself. So I am an engineer with an MBA background. I have been in the corporate life for more than 33 years. I have worked in global MNCs. So I have seen various cultures, not just India, but outside India and the Middle East and US and Europe. I've seen those cultures. More than 100 people have been directly reporting to me in the past and different stints, and indirectly more than 3,000 people team I have led. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is to tell you that in the last 33 years managing so many teams, I have seen ups and downs in my career. I've seen all sorts of things happening in my career, good and bad. I have failed in some, I've succeeded in some. And today, what I'm going to be sharing with you is coming out from that experience, my own experience, plus what I've learned over the last more than 3 decades. That's the reason I'm sharing all this with you, to tell you that this is not theoretical knowledge. This is something which is practical, which I have applied, and it has helped me in my career and many more. Now, as before we move forward, I would want to know a bit about yourself. Tell me something about yourself, and for that, I'm posting a Google form. I'm posting a Google form. Just click on this form and tell me a bit about yourself, because that helps me personally, and take out some examples from my career to share with you as we move forward. So this is the form which is there. I'll play the music for possibly 2 minutes, because it's a small form. Just fill it up, and then we'll start in another 2 minutes. Just fill this form. Okay, Vinod, voice is not clear. Can you just check on your side, or if anyone else can confirm if the voice is not clear, then I'll have to make some changes on my side. Thank you. Thank you for sharing information about yourself. That will really help me uh, uh, tailor my examples as we move forward. Let me again share my screen. Now, let me share with you what is my goal for you by the end of this webinar. If the learnings which I'm going to be sharing with you, this is the goal that I want to achieve. First one is, I want you to stop leading a compromised life, and I have stopped leading a compromised life. Because whenever we enter the office, we put on a mask. We are a different person inside the office, we are a different person outside the office. And that is something which I really want, that you should not be putting a mask. It just takes too much of toll on our personality, on our energy. So that's the first thing. The second, Vinod, can you confirm if you can hear me? Is my voice any better? Or anyone else can confirm if they can see me and hear me clearly? Just type yes in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mani. Thank you, Jyotsna, for confirming. Okay, the second goal that I have for you is for you to achieve a level of financial freedom through your career. I know that money cannot solve all the problems, but money can solve all money problems. So let's understand. So that's my goal, that you should be able to achieve financial freedom through your career. The next thing that I want to share with you is that goal for you is that you should be able to lead a happy family life. You should be able to spend time with your family. You should be able to participate in the family functions, family events, birthdays, dinners, lunches. You should be able to do all of that. And the last is very important. You should be able to maintain good health. You may have heard of this phrase that we lose health to get wealth, and then we lose our wealth to get health. I don't want that. I want that each one of you should lead a healthy life. And so, my goal for you is that you should have a financial freedom, you should have happy family life, you should have good health without making any compromises through the career that you are driving. If this resonates with you, then type FFH in the chat box. Family, freedom, health. Family, freedom, health. If this resonates with you, type FFH in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you, Vinod, for confirming. Right. So, and the reason I'm saying that is, if these are not your values, then my suggestion is to learn somewhere else, because my entire webinar, entire career has been focused on this, and the examples I'm going to be sharing with you is also around this. Thank you, Prachi. Is focused around this: happy family life, financial freedom, and good health. And as you may look inwards and I go forward, and when I'm going forward, you will realize that we keep on compromising one or more of these things in our career. And I'll share those examples with you as we move forward. So in order to show my gratitude to you, for those who stay till the end of the webinar, I have a special gift for you, which I'll be sharing at the end of the webinar. Now, let me start with sharing some of the challenges which I have faced and which I have seen many other corporate professionals face. The first one is about invisibility. You walk into a room, no one notices you. You make your point in the meeting, no one even acknowledges it. You send a mail, it just vanishes into thin air. You feel like you are a furniture in the room, you are a fly on the wall. This is exactly what Vibhishan felt when he was telling his elder brother Ravan, not to kidnap Mother Sita, but he was ignored. He was completely ignored. He felt invisible. If this has happened to you, then type I in the chat box, I for invisibility. If this has happened to you, then type I in the chat box, I for invisibility. Thank you. Thank you, Vinod. Thank you. There are so many more people in the webinar. I would want you to start interacting with me, because that increases your learning, and also my own motivation to share more and more examples with you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Now, you are not alone in this. Gallup says that there are 61% of the employees don't feel seen or recognized at work. That's the challenge, which many of 61%, which means almost two-thirds of the employee base feels like this. So you are not alone. Now, there's this person who joined my community. His name is Sanjeev. When he joined, he was a mid-career executive. 10 years he was in the same company, always working very hard, always dependable, always ready to do things, and always invisible. Always invisible. After he joined my community, there are some things which I asked him to apply in his career. And because of that, he changed from being a backroom guy to a boardroom guy. He stopped being overlooked, and he was promoted from being invisible, he got promoted. So that's the advantage that this system that I'm going to reveal to you later has on people who are facing invisibility. That's the first. The second one is about politics. People talk something in front, people talk something in the back. And those who do that are the ones who get promotions. They get the best projects, they get salary hikes, everything. Even Duryodhan in Mahabharat was getting the kingdom because of the politics, not because he was the most deserving person. And when this politics happens, the trust goes out. The job satisfaction reduces, attrition increases, worry increases. If you have faced politics in your career, type P in the chat box. Type P for politics if you have faced politics in your career. Thank you, Nancy, for confirming that we have faced politics. Thank you, Mani. Vinod has faced it. Now, let me tell you, you are not alone. 1 in 3 professionals lose their jobs due to office politics and not performance. Not performance. Reason may be given to you that we are doing some structural realignment, the strategy has changed, the focus has changed, all that, but the reality is it is politics. It is not because of the skills or anything else. It's politics, plain politics. The third challenge which people face is about rejection. You are working hard, you have the skills, you have the right intent, you have the passion, but you keep getting passed over. Has this happened to you? I'm sure this must have happened to you at some time in your career. This happened to Lord Ram 1 day before his coronation, just 1 day before his coronation, when he was asked to go for a 14 years of exile. That's what happened with Lord Ram. And when this kind of rejection happens, we start thinking, are we good enough? We start having self-doubts. We also become toxic and negative. Have you faced rejection in your career? Have you been passed over? Then type R in the chat box if this has happened to you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for confirming. Thank you, Prachi. Right. Now, again, reality is 70% of mid-level managers report feeling stuck with no clear growth path. 70%. More than 2/3 of the mid-level managers feel stuck because the system is broken. Promotions are not about who is ready. It is about something more than that, which I'm going to be sharing with you. This is exactly what was happening with Priya, one of my community members. She was a brilliant manager, project leader. She was a brilliant project leader. All KPIs done, all deliverables achieved, everything in place. However, she was not getting the next level. And the reason was that her work style, her management style was very pushy, because of which her team was delivering the work, but they were not very happy with her. And that word was getting around that Priya is not a great manager. After she joined my community, she started applying some of the principles. And because of that, her style changed, her perception which she had, which his team members had about her, also changed. And because of which the team members became her fans, and the word got around that Priya is a great manager, and she got the promotion. So that is what happened. She became from a stuck manager to a trusted leader. So all the rejections and being passed over which was happening was gone, and she got the promotion. Next challenge is about no work-life balance. Are you missing out on valuable personal relations and regret missing those? I did when couple of months back, couple of maybe a year back, I had to forego the attending the marriage of my dear friend's daughter, because the same day the management team decided to visit India, and I had to forego. I still regret it. Now imagine yourself in that situation where you are made to miss out on family events. You are not able to manage the work-life balance. You feel so guilty about it. If you have faced these kind of situations in your career, then type NWLB, no work-life balance. NWLB, no work-life balance. If you have to compromise on your family time because of the office work. Okay, Vinod has faced it, right? And let me assure you many of you who have faced it, that you are not alone. As per Economic Times, 60% of the employees rate work-life balance as average to terrible. Not average to good, it's average to terrible. 60% of the Indian employees hate work. You may have heard the story of a CA in Bangalore who missed a family function due to work, and that family function was on weekend. This story came out in newspapers, and there was a lot of debate which happened on that story. That is what is happening today in the corporate world. Let me move forward. Health issues. There is so much of stress, there is so much of anxiety, there's so much of burnout that the employees are falling sick. They are developing lifestyle diseases. If you have faced this kind of challenge yourself, or if you have seen any of your colleagues facing these kind of health issues because of the work pressure, then type HI in the chat box. Health issues. Type HI in the chat box. People compromising on their health because of this. Thank you, Prachi, for confirming. And again, 70% of the Indian employees carry at least one lifestyle related health risk. They work long hours. The disease they get is back pain, sleep disruption, digestive issues, eye strain, stress. You may have heard of that 26-year-old CA who died in Pune, and very recently 35-year-old engineer who died in US. Those are all health concerns which are coming because of the way the corporate environment has been structured, the way we approach our career. That's the kind of challenges which are there. And I'll share with you some more stories which I have faced personally. Financial stress. Do you feel that no matter how hard you work, how much you earn, it's never enough? So financial stress is not just about money, it's about freedom. Freedom to make choices, freedom to do what you want. And today's society puts so much of pressure, so much of glitz and glamour is around us that how much ever we earn, it feels little. Imagine or try to recollect one of your friends or relatives who's staying in a smaller town or maybe in a village, earning much less than you are, but much happier. But the moment you move into a big city, big jobs, earning much more, financial stress also keeps on increasing. This is the reality of life today. How much ever you are earning, still there is always some kind of a financial stress. If you have faced this financial stress, then type FS in the chat box. Financial stress. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And the reason is that when we are stuck, when we are invisible, we lose anywhere between 1.5 to 5 lakhs per month. At the senior leadership role, we lose anywhere between 1.5 to 5 lakhs of earning potential every month. That is the average senior leadership pay in Indian metros, which is lost because of this. And another thing is, it has been found by Business Standard that 40% of the Indian employees lack sufficient emergency fund, even though they are earning like crazy, but they still don't have sufficient emergency fund, and which causes lot of financial stress. So many of you have faced it, and what I want to bring through this is you are not alone. There are many others who are facing like this. So now look at these 6 challenges that I shared with you: invisibility, politics, rejection, no work-life balance, health issues, financial stress. Look at it and type in the chat box, how many of these have you faced? Type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all. How many of these have you faced? Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll move forward. So let me share with you my turning point in my career. And there are a couple of turning points, and I'm going to share one of those with you right now. This happened a couple of years back. There was a promotion opportunity which came, and but it involved lot of steps. First, starting with the glowing recommendation from the department head, followed by several rounds of uh, assessments, followed by several rounds of interviews. And the grapevine had it that this I will get it. And I started clearing because I had got a good recommendation from my departmental head. So I started moving through the steps of the clearing the various rounds to get the promotion, and my confidence was increasing by every time I clear one hurdle. However, in the last round, I failed. In the last interview, I failed. I was crestfallen, but somehow I picked myself. Said, "Hota hai, it happens." So let me prepare myself next time this opportunity comes, and luck would have it, opportunity came back next year, 1 year later. And this time I was even better prepared. I again started going through that, and I failed again. I failed again. I did not get that promotion the second time in a row. This time I was really shattered. I thought that the people who are supporting me so far are thinking that this guy is no good. We have given him all the support, but he's still not able to clear the various rounds to get the promotion. And I was really down. It is at that time that I started thinking that why is it that I'm not getting a promotion? And that is when I started looking around, try to build a system, new ways, because I realized I have to transform myself. I am working with the old system, I have to transform myself. I did that for the whole year. And when the next time the opportunity came, I cleared it. I could clear it next time. Now, I will not change the story of mine, even though I lost 3 years of my career to get that one promotion. However, you have an advantage. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you all those things that I learned and applied to get that promotion. You don't have to spend 3 years of your career to get that promotion. I'll share with you all those secrets as we move forward. So the first thing that I realized, one of the things that I realized as part of that was high paying roles, the promotion that I was aiming for, are snapped up by those who show presence, not just performance. I was banking on my performance, but that was not enough. It was about presence. What is my visibility? How do I conduct myself? What is my executive presence? That is something which I realized. The second thing was I took too much time to change myself. I actually, for first 2 years, I did not even change myself. I will do it later kind of phenomena. No, what I'm doing is right. This every day of delay made me less suitable for that promotion. So these are the two learnings which I had, and I'll share with you more as we move forward. So these are the three mindset principles that I have realized through that. The first one is focus. If we want to achieve something, we have to be fully focused on that. Stay away from all distractions, remove social media from your phones, be clear about your goals. So, focus. That's the first thing which you should have. If you understand the importance of focus, then type focus in the chat box, FOCUS, because focus is very important if we want to achieve anything in our life, not just career, anything in our life. If we want to achieve anything, the first thing which you should have is focus. Thank you, Prachi, for confirming. The second thing is that systems work, people fail. I was failing initially because I was not following any system. Now, for example, if for making a pizza, there are 6 steps and they have to be followed in that sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if suppose you try to follow step number 5, followed by then step number 2, then step number 6, then step number 1, will you ever get a pizza? Answer is no. Systems have to be followed, process has to be followed for you to achieve anything. That's why it is very important for us to understand that systems work, people fail. Type SWF SWPF in the chat box if you have understood this. SWPF, systems work, people fail. Yeah. Thank you. Now I'll move to the third mindset principle. The third mindset principle is invest. Invest in yourself. Don't be cheap in your journey to greatness. Even after more than 3 decades of work experience, I still invest in myself. I still learn new skills. I still learn new ways of dealing with people, of dealing with different cultures. What is the new thing which is coming? I still invest in myself every year. Because if you are cheap in your journey, remember the principle, what goes around comes around. So if you are cheap, you will only get cheap results. To the extent you invest in your growth, that is the extent you will grow. So these are the three mindset principles: focus, systems work, people fail, and invest. These are the three mindset principles. Keep this in mind always. Now, this is the mission that I'm working for. I don't want any of the corporate professionals to live a compromised life. And to achieve that, I want to create 100,000 such professionals and create that environment where the system can be changed in that little environment. And with that, I want to change the corporate culture in India because it is broken. It is causing so much of anxiety, so much of pain, so much of challenges for everyone in that part of the system. So this is my mission. Now that I have shared with you this part, now let me come to the second part of this webinar, which is about the secrets. I will now start sharing with you the three secrets. So secret number one, as I mentioned to you, is about trust. We work hard, but do not get noticed, no promotions. It is because we think that work is everything. But the reality is work isn't enough. 85% of the career success, as per the Harvard, Stanford, Carnegie research, 85% of career success comes from perception, from trust, not just performance. Now, the question is how to build trust. The first thing which you have to do is be present. Be present in every interaction. If you are having a one-on-one, if you are having a group meeting, if you are having a coffee talk, anywhere, be fully present. We have this tendency of having a attention deficit syndrome. We are present for only for a few minutes and then we move out. We mentally move out. If that happens, and during that time, the senior person who is in the room says something which we forget, which we don't even hear. And tomorrow, when we don't deliver on that, our trust will go down. So always be fully present. How will you like if you are talking to someone and that person is fiddling with his phone, or is that person is doing something else? You don't feel good about it. So don't do that. Be always present in every interaction. Watch what is being told. Watch what is not being told. Watch the body language. Everything. Be fully present, because if you are present, you will pick up these small things, and that will give you the insight on how to work in future. You might pick up some things which are very critical for the senior management. And when you deliver it, your trust will get built. So that's the first thing which you should be doing. Let me share with you the example of Satya Nadella. When he took over as the CEO of Microsoft, and he announced that there is going to be a leadership offsite, every senior leader started preparing for the offsite, assuming it's because in every offsite there's going to be discussion on what is the future, what are the challenges, how do we prepare for it, what is going to be the revenue target, what is the revenue projections, all those things. However, in the offsite, Satya Nadella first distributed a book called Non-Violent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. This book talks about empathy, emotional thinking, emotional intelligence, and being present. And he said that in this our leadership offsite, we are only going to learn to be present in the conversations. We are going to be talking to each other, hearing from each other properly. And with that, we'll build a sort of a camaraderie around us. One of the senior leaders mentioned that this was one offsite where they could breathe easily. And because of this, Satya Nadella has drove Microsoft to great heights. Today, it is just short of some $4 trillion market cap. All because of this one principle: be present. The second thing which you can do for building the trust is about this say, do, show. Would you trust someone who says something and does another thing or does not do at all? No matter how capable that person is, you will never trust that person. So, what is it that you have to do? Say what you are going to do loudly and clearly, not under your breath. Say it very loudly and clearly. The second thing, whatever you have said, do it even if it is difficult. And the third thing you should do is to then tell that this has been delivered. People are not God, that they will know everything. You will have to tell them. You have to show it to them that the work has been delivered. So these are the three things you should be doing: say, do, show. When you do that, this builds your respect, it builds reliability, it builds trust without you having to brag about it. So let me share with you the example of Indra Nooyi. When she took over as the CEO of PepsiCo, she said that she is a very people-centric person. Now, believe me, every senior leader who joins says the same thing. I'm a very people-centric person. But Indra Nooyi didn't stop there. She she actually wrote handwritten letters to the parents of his senior leaders, thanking them for raising such fine corporate leaders. One of the senior executives had commented that my father was so overwhelmed by this gesture that he has framed that letter. He has framed that letter. He never framed my degree, but he has framed that letter. That is what she did. She said, she did things. If she commits on anything, she will ensure that full focus is given to that and it is delivered. And once you deliver it, your trust starts building. She would follow up on her commitments, and because of which there was an alignment between her words, actions, and presence. Say, do, show. So these are the two things which you can do to build trust. First is be present, and second is say, do, show. If you have understood be present, then type BP in the chat box. First principle, be present. Type BP in the chat box. Thank you. And the second principle is say, do, show. So type SDS in the chat box. Now, in my premium community, I share more tools and templates to help people build the trust. That's secret number one. Secret number two is about dharma decision lens. It is about, because as a corporate professional, we have to take a lot of decisions every day. Big, small, micro decisions have to be taken every day. And how we take the decisions and the kind of decisions we take builds up our reputation. So the first criteria we should be using is alignment between your role and soul. Now, let me share with you what does it mean by role and soul. Role is, simple words, is your JD, job description. Whatever the role means is clearly described to you. That's role. The second one is soul. Soul means it is who you are, you truly are. What are your values? What are your principles? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are your triggers? What are your red lines? That is your soul. Ensure that there is always an alignment between your role and the soul when you're taking the decisions. I know of many people who have declined high paying roles because it was just not aligned with who they are. When you do this alignment, it reduces stress. Then, as you know, that stress is the biggest cause of health issues in the employees. And once you reduce the stress, at the same time it builds growth without making any compromises. So the first thing you should be doing to ensure alignment, there's alignment between your role and soul. Let me share with you the example of late Mr. Ratan Tata. In 1990s, Tata Group was trying to venture into airlines business, and they were not getting the approvals from the government. And then someone told Mr. Tata that if he paid some bribe, all the approvals will come. Mr. Tata refused. He said this is not an alignment with the Tata Group's philosophy, and they walked out of that venture. This is called alignment between role and soul, which really cemented the reputation of Tata Group. So, if you have understood this principle of role and soul to take decisions, type RAS in the chat box. RAS, role and soul. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Now, let me share with you the second way to take decisions. Always look for, will this build long-term trust? Not just basis what will it give today, but will it build long-term trust? Because it takes years to build trust and moment to break it. Compromising on quality over speed. This is what many whistleblowers told that Boeing is doing. And now, when there are so many crashes happening of the Boeing plane, the reputation of Boeing is going down and down and down. When you use this criteria, it helps you say no without feeling guilty, with a lot of clarity. And at the same time, it builds long-term trust for you. So remember this, always use this criteria if you have to take any decisions. Let me share this story from Ramayana. When Lord Ram was exiled for 14 years, and when his younger brother Bharat, who was supposed to be crowned the king, in his absence came to know of it, he rushed to the forest and he told Lord Ram, please come back. You don't have to go for exile. Now look at it from Lord Ram's perspective. Bharat is asking him, requesting him to come back. All the sages said that Ram should come back. All the citizens of Ayodhya want Ram back. There was no one who didn't want Ram to come back. But Ram said, I have made a commitment and I will live by it. And he went on for the 14 years of exile. This built such huge trust for Ram that when he came back after 14 years, he was really treated reverentially. So please remember that whenever you are taking decisions, it should be based on, will it build long-term trust? If you have understood this concept, then type LTT in the chat box. Long-term trust. LTT in the chat box. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So this second secret has two components: alignment between role and soul, and will this build long-term trust? Without using this, you will be always feeling guilty, you will be compromising with your values, you will be hesitating to take decisions. And if the word goes out that you are an indecisive person, forget about getting any promotions, because every leader has to take so many decisions. And if they are indecisive, they will not get promoted any further. So that's the secret number 2. Now I come to secret number 3. This is about presence power loop. Have you ever felt unease in the room when someone walks in? Or have you felt so excited when someone else is in the room? That is all about the presence of that person. This is a story of one of my community members, Raj. Whenever he used to rush into a meeting, he would be huffing and puffing. He will be flustered. He will sit in the meeting. It will take him 5 minutes to gather himself, speak coherently, or get the right presentation. Excel file took him so much time. And there was always so much of negative energy in the room when Raj was there. He started applying some of the principles that I shared with him, and because of which he could calm himself much before the meeting. And now the reputation of Raj is that if Raj is in the room, the work will get done because he has made calmness his power. One small shift, and he became from being a flustered employee to a very calm employee. Imagine, would you be willing to go to a doctor who is always panicking, or to any professional who's not calm? Make that calm as your charisma, make that calmness as your power. And I share many such things which can help you maintain calm in provocative situations. This is the example of Lord Buddha. While he was meditating on one day, one person came and started abusing him. He went on, his rant went on for some time, and Lord Buddha did not say anything. When this person who was swearing at him got tired, he asked Lord Buddha, "Why didn't you react?" He said, "If someone is giving you a gift and you don't take it, whom does it belong to?" The message was all those swear words remained with the person himself. That is the moment when Lord Buddha demonstrated the power of calmness. Make calmness your power. If you are able to maintain your calmness in a provocative situation, believe me, you will be noticed in the organization, because there are going to be a lot of challenges as you move up in the corporate ladder. And unless you are able to handle all the situation with calm mind, you will not be able to be a successful leader. The other way of building presence is to remember that every interaction matters. Whenever we are meeting a person, whether it is a one-on-one, coffee talks, water cooler talks, group meetings, anywhere, if we are meeting anyone, it is leaving an impression on the other person. So always remember these three things before you are meeting anyone. First one is, what is the energy you are carrying? Are you carrying a very negative energy, very disturbed energy, or are you exuberant? Are you filled with excitement, positivity? Remember the first one, energy. The second one is, what is that one insight which you can bring in that conversation which no one knows? For that, you'll have to do some research. You have to build your skill and capability to be able to bring that insight into that conversation. And the third thing is, what can I appreciate in others? I'm not talking about flattery. I'm talking about genuine appreciation. I'm talking about identifying good qualities in others and appreciating them for it. Even a stopped clock tells right time twice in a day, and human beings are much better. Everyone has some good qualities. Identify that and appreciate them for it. So, notice the energy that you are carrying, notice the insights which you can bring, and appreciate others. These are the three things which you should be doing to ensure that every interaction matters. And when you do that, you will be able to build your presence in the organization. This is exactly what Sundar Pichai did when he was called for a congressional hearing. In this hearing, he was being bombarded by questions, bombarded with questions by senators, seasoned politicians. But Sundar Pichai didn't flinch. He didn't react. He didn't attack. He paused. He responded. He did not bite back. He did not retort. He just answered very nicely, providing them the insights and at the same time appreciating them. By the time that congressional hearing was over, he had won quite a few fans. So remember, the second way to build presence is every interaction matters. So if you understood this, then type EIM in the chat box. EIM, every interaction matters. Thank you. Thank you. So this is the third secret. Just to first is calmness. Make calm your charisma, and every interaction matters. In my premium community, I share more details about it. And whenever, if you miss on these kind of presence in your life will be full of frustration, invisibility, being ignored. And the worst part is people start doing unethical things to get visibility, which is not the right thing to do. So these are the three secrets which I have shared with you. In the absence of application of this, people start working harder. They start working for longer hours. They start compromising on their work life, on their personal life. They start compromising on their health, and every other challenge starts coming in, which impacts them. At the same time, they don't get the promotion. They don't get the salary hike. Nothing. Now, the system that I have created takes 7 days to plan. If you want to apply this, it will take you 7 days to plan these steps. That will take you to apply those in 90 days in your career, in yourself, because you have to make many changes in the way you are doing it. It will take you around 90 days to make those changes, to do the transformation from being invisible to being really respected. All those changes you will do in 90 days. Those transformation you will do in 90 days, and then you are ready for growth in the organization. So that's the steps that you will be following in your journey to greatness, in your journey to lead a no compromise life, in your journey to get freedom, family, and health. Now, let me share with you some steps to relaunch yourself. And when I say relaunch, because you're already launched, if you're working, you are already launched. Here, this is about relaunching. So let me share with you those steps that you should be taking in the launch phase, which I shared with you: plan, launch, and grow. There are 7 steps to be taken in that, and I'm going to be sharing that with you now. So these are the 7 steps to success which you should be taking. So the step 1 is to ensure that you have complete goal clarity, complete goal clarity. And for getting that goal clarity, there are 3 steps in it. First one is define who you are. Very clearly understand who you are. Second thing is what do you want? What is the kind of goal that you want to achieve? And the third thing is that for every goal, has to be a certain price to pay. Be very clear to achieve that goal. What is the price to be paid? I'll give you the example. This Dronacharya in Mahabharat wanted to be a teacher in the royal court, and he became that in the court of Kurus. However, the price he had to pay was when there was Kurukshetra war, he had to fight from the side of Kauravas, whom he knew were wrong, were evil. But that is the price he had to pay to become a teacher in the royal court. So every goal that you take, there has to be a certain price to pay. Be very clear that are you willing to pay the price? Either change the goal or accept the price. So that's the first step which you should be doing. And this is something which is part of one of the sections of my community course, which is made available to my community, where people are able to do this, so that they are able to do the step number 1, which is goal clarity. Step number 2 is about mindful decision making. I've shared with you 2 of those: alignment between role and soul and the long term trust. These things have to be applied in terms of career and goals. Roles, what is my goal? That is the first category of decisions that you should be taking. The second one is about in the work, alignment with the organization. What are the CTQs? What are the commitments you can make? Right decisions have to be made while taking up the CTQs, while taking up the commitments. You take the wrong commitments, wrong goals, you will really pay the heavy price for it. And the third category of decisions are about the team. Who should be recognized? Who should be put in PIP, personal improvement program? Very correctly, those decisions have to be taken, because every decision impacts lives. So you have to be very, very careful in taking those decisions. And there's a course in my community where people learn more techniques to take the right decisions. Step number 3, which you should be taking, is about managing the stakeholders. Every organization, we are all surrounded by stakeholders. We never make the mistake of thinking that your boss is the only stakeholder. There are many stakeholders. So identify those stakeholders, understand their importance and their expectations. They're going to be stakeholders of different levels of importance. Understand that and understand the expectation for each. Align with their expectations, align with their requirements, and then deliver on those, document it, and communicate. Tell them that this is what I have delivered. They should know about it. That's the third step, and this is something which I share as part of the community. Fourth, is about inspiring your team. After a certain time in the career, if you are above 5 years, 6 years experience, you will always have a team, and your success depends on the team's success, how the teams can deliver. So you should be able to inspire the team. For that, you have to set the right culture. What kind of culture you want to set in the teams? Do you want the culture of politics, one-upmanship, or do you want a culture of collaboration, openness, transparency, honesty? You have to decide. But whatever culture you set, team will follow that. Second, always listen to the team, their challenges, and guide them. And the third thing is celebrate every win. Small win, big win doesn't matter. Celebration matters because celebration uplifts the energy of the team and they are able to deliver much more. So that's the fourth step. Once you have done these four steps, then you can move to the fifth step about building trust. Because automatically, with all these, the trust is getting built. Now you will have to ensure that you are delivering on your commitments. You have a bias for truth. Always be known as a genuine, honest person rather than being known as someone who lies or who says half lies, white lies, doesn't matter. A lie is a lie. And then what is most important is at a certain point in a career, you may not find people who are going to give you the correct feedback. So you have to start writing about yourself every day, what you did, what actions you took, what went right, what went wrong, because it is these which will give you the feedback on where to improve. So start writing journals. Once you do that, then you can move to step 6, which is about building the visibility in the organization. Again, I've shared with you the principle of calmness. Ensure that you demonstrate it every day, every situation. Second one is about internal stakeholder communication. This ties up to the point on manage stakeholder stick number 3. Ensure that you are properly communicating with the internal stakeholders. And the last thing is, it is not enough to be communicating inside the organization. You have to start communicating outside the organization as well. Publish your viewpoint on LinkedIn. Now, of course, on LinkedIn, which is a public domain, you can't share company secrets. No, those are confidential information. Keep it confidential. However, you can always share your viewpoints, which are applicable worldwide. This will position you as a thought leader, not just outside, but in the company also. So this will help you build strategic visibility. And the seventh is the base for all these things. This is about inner game. Whatever you are thinking inside will be manifested outside. Whatever you are inside, you will get outside. So for that, you have to do these three things. First one is you have to ensure that your intentions are always right. People with negative intentions might make initial progress, but they will ultimately fail. So you should always have right intentions. You should also give positive affirmations to yourself. There are going to be times when things will go south, but that time you should remind yourself about good things you have done in the past. Always watch out for your energy. You should be full of positive energy rather than negative, toxic energy. And last thing is resilience, as I mentioned. Things will go wrong, but then unless you are showing resilience, you will not be able to move forward in your career. Now, when you do these 7 steps, you are transforming yourself. You are changing yourself from being a nobody to something who is being respected by everyone in the organization. That's the kind of transformation you will bring in your career. So those are the 7 steps you should be taking to relaunch yourself. Some of you may be doing some of these, but what is important is that you should be doing each of those steps every day. Every day. Each step has to be done every day. So let me move back to my presentation. Now, let me share with you the first gift which I promised to you. Now, this is not the end of the webinar. There is still more which I want to share, but let me share with you the first gift. This is about career growth quiz. This quiz will give you some insights about yourself, about where you are stuck in your career. So be ready and type in the chat box. These are simple rapid fire questions. 3 questions will come on your screen. All that you have to do is look at the question and type yes or no. Okay, ready? We'll start the quiz now. First, three questions. Do you feel like your efforts at work often go unnoticed or undervalued? Type yes or no in the chat box. Have you been passed over for promotions despite delivering results? Type yes or no. Sumit, thank you for confirming. Do you struggle to build trust or influence with leadership or peers? Type yes or no in the chat box. Thank you. If the answer to any of these three is yes, then recall what I had shared in secret number one about trust trigger, apply it, and all these will become no. So that's the first. Now, the next three questions are coming on your screen. Have you ever stayed silent in meetings out of fear of saying the wrong thing? Type yes or no. Do you feel you are compromising your values just to survive at work? Yes or no. Has office politics ever affected your job security or peace of mind? Yes or no? Thank you. Now, if you have said yes to any of these, then look at the secret number two, dharmic decision making. Apply it, and these things will become no. These things will become no. Next set of three questions. Do you find it hard to project confidence when speaking in front of decision makers? Do you hesitate to share your ideas or take leadership in group settings? Yes or no? Do you often feel stuck in the same position with no clear growth path? Yes or no? Thank you. Now, if your answer is yes to any of these questions, then recall secret number three about presence power loop. Apply it, and these answers will become no. That is how you navigate through your career. So, this not only gives you an assessment of where your career is, it also gives you a solution to move forward. So, what I've shared with you so far is the math. I've shared with you the three secrets and two sub secrets in it. So, actually, six sub secrets and 7 steps to relaunch yourself. I have also shared with you the mindset, the right mindset, mindset of abundance, mindset of focus, mindset of systems where people fail, and about the mindset of taking daily actions. What I'm going to be sharing with you is the method, the whole system which you should be applying. It is called True Leader Method, which helps you develop trust, decision making, visibility, at the same time get the financial freedom, health, and family life. Everything together is what this system is going to be providing to you. And remember, there is some special gift for you who those who stay till the end. And this is my promise to you. If you follow that system, you will move from the left side to the right side. On the left side, many of you are invisible, burnt out, promotions not happening, politics is happening, to the future where you are visible, you are calm, you are getting the promotions, you are fast tracked, and at the same time, you are leading with trust and dharma. So that is this system just does not, effort is not enough. System is needed to make that shift from left to right. And if you don't make that shift, if you keep on sitting on the left side of the current reality, then this is the cost you are going to pay. Remember, I had shared with you the kind of salary per month salary loss the senior leaders have, 1.5 to 5 lakhs per month. Now you can extrapolate based on which level you are in the organization. It may be lower or higher than this. This is the kind of loss, financial loss you will have, which will reduce your financial freedom, which will stop you from getting your financial freedom. Family, you will keep on compromising on your family life. You will keep on working harder, more time, more effort without getting the right recognition, visibility, promotions. And the third thing is ultimately you will start compromising your health as well. You will lose your health. heart attacks, diabetes, hypertension, all those kind of things will start happening. This happened while I was in the office. There was another call. A colleague of mine was attending the Zoom call, and suddenly there was shout on the floor, and we rushed to that, and we realized that another person who was attending that call, Zoom call from home, had collapsed live on the Zoom call. Live on the Zoom call. The other people called his family and they confirmed within 5 minutes that he's no more. This happened live on the Zoom call. I was there in the office. I was not in that call, but this happened live. Why? Because people are taking so much of pressure because they are not following the right system, right method. Because of which they are compromising on their salaries, they are compromising on your family, they are compromising on your health. And this is something which is happening all over. So don't think that this lady who passed away in Pune or the person who passed away in the US is something very far. It is next to you. It may be with you. It can happen with you also. If you don't change the way you are managing your career. So do you realize that there is a lot more to learn? What I've shared with you is only what I can do in such a short time. But there are more things to be learned, more things to be applied. So are you ready for change? Right now, you have learned so many things. Now, many of these things you can pick up from internet also. But without the availability of a system and implementer, things will not work out. So we want you to move from learning to transforming. It is not about academic knowledge. It is about transforming yourself. So let me share with you the ultimate training system, which has been designed to help you stop leading a compromised life. And this is a system, and I'll share with you three components of that system. Component one is the core system. This is a 3-day intensive training where you will get all the concepts. These are recorded courses. You will get all the concepts to you. And then there's a 90-day hackathon where I'll explain those concepts and make you apply those concepts. And this is 90 days is the hackathon, which will take you from invisibility to visibility, from lack of trust to full of trust, to transform yourself in 90 days. Remember, I told you launch 90 days. That is what I'm talking about. Actual implementation, live implementation to transform your career. Not just that, there's going to be a support system available to you. I'll be live with you every week, sharing with you new concepts which you can apply and helping you apply it, answering your questions, answering where you are stuck so that you can move forward in your career. You will also have community of leaders who will be supporting you, who will be supporting each other to move forward. And of course, you will keep on getting certifications on the way as you move forward. And the third component is there are going to be some high impact bonuses which will be shared with you going forward. First one is how do you build visibility without making noise? You will be calm and quiet, but your visibility will be very high. You will not collapse in stressful situations. You will build that kind of a resilience, and you will not be mired in politics, but you will be navigating through the politics by applying these courses. And along with that, you will get 6 more surprise gifts for anyone who joins this community. So in a nutshell, this is what you're going to get, the whole system where I'm going to be there live with you every week to help you implement it. Help you implement it, not just learning, it is transforming, help you move forward in your career. Just close your eyes and imagine moving from left side to right side. Imagine walking into your next review with calm energy. People are hanging on to every word which you are saying. People are looking forward to your presence in the room. That is the kind of change which can happen once you start applying these principles in your career. These things are valued at 1,42,987, but the retail price for this is only 14,999. And the system is fail proof, foolproof. It can only fail when you quit. If you quit, only then the system will fail. Otherwise, there is no possibility of system failing because I am there with you as part of this to help you navigate through your career. Now, let me share with you why I am doing this. And here is another story. This is live story which happened with me. This happened several years back. Again, it's a early morning Zoom call, global call. People from all around the world had joined that. There was a person who was making presentation, uh, and after he finished the presentation, he asked the leader of the call if he can drop off. And the leader asked, "There's under 1 hour of call left. Why do you want to drop off now?" And that person said, mark my words, the person said that my father passed away a couple of hours back. Now I have to arrange for his funeral. Since this call was important, so I left it, attended this call. Now I want to go back and arrange for the funeral. That was the day when I realized the meaning of the word pin drop silence. Pin drop silence. He dropped off, but we also could not continue with the call. We just abandoned the call. That is the day when I realized the extent to which people compromise for their careers. You have the you have your father in the house who has passed away, but you are attending the call. You're compromising on your health, you're compromising on your family, and ultimately you're compromising on your financial freedom because you have got it all wrong. You think work hard, work harder, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours every day, and you will get everything. Answer is no. You will be losing whatever you have. And that is my learning. And hence, let me come back. That is why I'm doing this, because I don't want anyone to be falling into that trap. I want each one of you to have financial freedom, happy family life, and good health, and don't make any compromises on that. So, the retail price is 14,999, but if you want a better deal, I'm willing to do that for action takers, only for limited time. Only for next 15 minutes, you can use the special code to get the special price. 14,999 is the retail price. Only for next 15 minutes, the price is 5,999, just 5,999 for getting everything that I had shared with you. The courses, the 90-day transformation hackathon, the support system, the bonuses, everything will be yours for lifetime. This is a lifetime access of 5,999. So if you are interested, you can scan the QR code to make the payment of 5,999. Let me quickly start the timer. So this is the 15-second timer. Timer has started. You can scan the QR code to make the payment of 5,999. Let me also put in the chat box, in case you are finding challenges in scanning the QR code. Let me also put in the chat box the link which you can use to make the payment by clicking on that link. And again, this link is valid only for next 15 minutes. So the timer has started. Okay, so thank you. I can see on my screen. Thank you, Shreya and Bhaskar, for joining the community. We have received your payment. We'll be in touch with you to tell you the next steps. This is what some of the people say, I don't have time. Some of you are thinking like this. Friends, that's exactly why you need this. This course is not about time. This is about giving you time. Remember the story of woodcutter and the axe? If you sharpen your axe, you will be able to do the same work or more work in less time. So don't fall for this, I don't have time. Thank you. Thank you, Dinesh. Thank you, Abhishek. Your payment has been received. We'll be in touch with you. Congratulations. Your payment has been received and we'll be in touch with you. Some people think, will this work for me? Well, many people who joined my community thought this way, but once their career got transformed, things really changed for them. So welcome Subbu, welcome Vaibhav. Your payment has been received. Thank you. Can I afford this? Very simple. Don't look at it whether you can afford it. Look at it what you are losing. I shared with you the kind of salary loss people have because they are stuck in your career, kind of health loss people have, kind of family loss that they have when they are stuck. Will you arrange the money? Okay. Thank you for raising this, and because of to keep your name confidential. There are many members who have joined my community who did not have the job. And the reason they joined was because sooner or later they will find the job. But if they don't change it, if they change the way they work, they will again find themselves losing the job. So joining this community helps you stay in the job and grow in the job. I'll share with you the example of one of my community members. He he joined my community on the day he was told that he has only 1 month in the job. I started guiding him, and within 21 days in the same organization, he got the most coveted project. This is the testimony from Rishikesh. Exactly the same thing. My session with Ajay ji during the past 3 weeks had given me the right perspective to take timely action and emerge stronger out of the difficult situation. I was able to keep my focus through a very challenging phase with consistency and purpose. I met the right people and took right decisions on a timely basis. This enabled me to beg the most sought after project in the company within 21 days. Within 3 weeks, he got the most sought after project in the company because he started applying the same principles which I have shared with you and more. Because he joined my community, he has access to many more things which are there. So the person who had asked me this question, I'm just not taking your name. Remember this, that this helps. This system helps. It has helped people. So scan the QR code to make the payment and join my community. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, Shekhar. Your payment has been received. Congratulations. I'll be in touch with you to start your journey of transformation. I'm opening up only 20 seats, and already I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people have joined. 10 people have joined already. I'm opening up only 20 seats for this batch. So already 10 seats are gone. Only 10 more seats are left. With this thing, a moment we reach 20, we'll stop this. Even if the time may be remaining, we will stop this offer of 5,999. And those who join will get a special gift, a 7 daily trust rituals. These are the rituals which you can apply it on a daily basis to start your transformation journey. Thank you, Rupesh. Thank you, Ananta, for joining this. So the seats are filling fast. We only open up 20 seats every batch. So seats are filling fast. In case you want to join, scan the QR code, or I have put the message in the chat box. Click on that link and join my community. Now, again, remember this. You want to be stuck on the left side or you want to move to the right side. Choice is yours. You can walk away today and stay as you are, invisible, overlooked, burnt out, stuck, mired in politics, or you can move to the right side. You can start a new chapter, visible, respected, promoted, calm. Choice is yours. Choice is yours. Where do you want to be? Scan the QR code, lock in your seat, and let's rise together. Let me quickly remind you what you're going to get as part of this 5999, a lifetime offer. This is what you're going to get. The course system, 3 days intensive course, and 90 days transformation. Community support and special bonuses. This is what you are going to get. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, Vinod, for joining. The seats are filling fast. We'll be stopping this offer very soon. Time is also running out. Seats are also filling fast. So if you want to join, please go ahead and join now. Last few seats are left for this. Scan the QR code to join my premium community and start your journey of transformation. Rishikesh has got the transformation. Many others have got it. Why can't you? What are you waiting for? You want to be stuck at the same position, losing out on money, losing out on freedom, losing out on family time, losing out on your health? That's your call. You want to stay there? Your choice. Right? So thank you. Thank you very much for that. I think we have got, my team tells me that we have, even though there's 5 more minutes left, but I think we have, okay, we have just 2 more seats left to fill. So let me wait for some more time. And once those seats are filled, we'll be closing this offer. If you want to start your transformation journey, we are just running out of time now to start your transformation journey. Okay, we have the last 2 seats also filled up. So thank you very much. Even though timer says some 5 minutes are left, but now the seats are full. So thank you very much for running this webinar. You can follow me on my Instagram handle @AjaySinghal108. In this, I give you for the corporate life. You can follow that. This will give you some knowledge, not transformation. Transformation happens as part of this community. Okay. So thank you very much, and may your transformation begin from today. Thank you very much.